Hi everyone, this video is regarding the discussion on exercise 1.6 of number systems from your NCERT textbook. So without any further delay, let's get started. So basically all the questions in this particular exercise are related to exponential laws only. So I will advise you to just quickly go through the exponential laws before you solve this particular exercise. So let us start. So before actually looking into the solutions, so I will tell you the approach how to proceed in such questions. Okay, so here all these questions, in whatever the questions we have, you have a base. So here, as in this case, 64 is your base and our exponent is going to be 1 by 2. So here whenever you want to simplify or you want to find the value of something, so always take the prime factorization for the base and just represent it as the exponential form. Suppose see here, so let us take an example. Suppose first example, let us say 64 whole power 1 by 2. Now see, take this 64. So this can be done in two ways. So directly you can express it as the power of 8. So 8 square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, so it is of the form a power m whole power n. You can cancel this a power mn, right? So you can 2 will get cancelled and the answer is going to be 8. This is one way where you can directly identify the power of 8, which is 2. So 8 power 2 will be 64 and it is same as our exponent. Then you can cancel using our exponential laws. But sometimes it might be cumbersome. So in those cases, what we have to do, see here, just it will be an application for everything. So 64, you take 64 and you express it as the product of prime factors. It will be 2 power 2 32s are, and it will be 2 16s are, and it will be moreover 2 8s are, and 2 4s are. Last it will be 2 2s are. So here 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into, like 6 2s are there, simultaneous multiplication. So that is why it is going to be 2 power 6. And for this entire thing, whole power 1 by 2 is there. Whole power 1 by 2 is same as square root. Okay, so we shall not use square root here. Why? Because it's already in exponential notation only. Now identify the form in which it fits into. It is of the form a power m. That means some number is there, for that some m power is there, and that for entire thing there is one more power like n. What is a power m whole power n? It is same as a power mn. Mn. So what is the answer here? Using this one, it is going to be 2 power 6 into 1 by 2. So what is 6 into 1 by 2? 2 will get 3 times. So 2 cube is what? 8. The answer is going to be 8 for this question. So if you are directly want to convert it as 8 square whole power 1 by 2 is same as doing this way. Now let us take the second example, which is our 32 power 1 by 5. So the approach is going to remain same here for every question. So 32 you prime factorize it. So 32 just you prime factorize it and see, it will be 2 16s are, 2 8s are. So I hope you are very well know how to do these things and all. It will be 2 4s are, and again you take 2 2s are. It will be 2 power 5. So it is same as 2 power 5 whole power. For the entire thing, what is there? Whole power 1 by 5th root is there. Okay, so I can write the same as 5th root of, so this is how you write it. 5th root of 32 is same as 32 power 1 by 2. So now see, it is a power m whole power n. So it will be a power mn, as we have seen in the last case. So we have to multiply the powers. So common base you take and you multiply power 5 into 1 by 5. So 5 will get cancelled. The answer is going to be 2. So what is the answer for this one? This is 2. And for this one we have seen it as 8, and for this one it is 2. So make sure that you write the exponential laws wherever it is needed. So last one, it is 125. Prime factor is 125. So while doing the prime factorization also, just try to connect the things. So you can use the whatever we call divisibility rules, the ending with 5. So it will be divisible by prime number 5. So 5 25s are, and again 5 5s are. It will be 5 cube. Okay, always prime factorize. Okay, so you are writing the number as product of prime factors. It will be 5 cube. So 5 cube whole power 1 by 3. Now in which form it is? A power m whole power n. So a power mn. So a power mn. So a power mn, that means 5 power, in place of m what is there? It will be 3. In place of n what is there? 1 by 3. So 3 1, this will get cancelled one time. The answer is going to be 5. So that is how we obtain the answer as 5 in this case. So that is the solution for our first question. So let us have a look at our solutions. Okay, so this is just see the solutions how they are written, like so always we have to use this particular, whatever the exponential law is there, we are using that only, we have to be mentioned. So these are the solutions for the first question. So let us move to the second question now. So see here the first one. So 9 power 3 by 2. So see here, what is the base here? 9. Exponent is 3 by 2. So prime factor is the base. How we can write it as in the exponential notation? It will be 9 is nothing but 3 square only, right? So 3 into 3. So 3 square, and for that 3 square whole power, what is there? 3 by 2 is there. Now see in which form it is. Now it is of the form a power m, some base is there, for that some m power is there, and for that entire thing some n power is there. So how will you write it as a power mn? So this is going to be your result. Now see, so in place of a, what is there? 3. In place of m, 2 into 3 by 2. So this 2 will get cancelled here. 2 ones are like 3 cube. So what is 3 cube here? So 3 cube is going to be 27. So 27, 3 cube is what? 3 into 3 into 3. So that is why 27 is the answer for the first one. So in a similar way, see the second one. So see here, it is going to be 16 power 3 by 4. So how can you write the 16 as? So if you take this 16, so it takes this 16. So 16 is nothing but 2 8s are, next 2 4s are, and again 2 2s are. So this 16 can be written as 2 power 4. So 2 power 4, and for the entire thing, what is the exponent there? It will be 3 by 4. Now look for the form in which it fits into. It is a power m whole power n. So a power m whole power n is what? A power mn. So that is why in place of a 2 is there, in place of m 4 is there, in place of n 3 by 4 is there. So 4 will get cancelled. What is 2 cube? 2 cube is nothing but 8. So 8 is going to be the answer for the first one. So we are using only one exponential law that we have learned. Okay. So now let us see the third one now. 32 power 2 by 5. So this 32 already we have seen it to be 2 power 5. I am writing it directly, just you do the prime factorization to check it yourself. Okay. 2 power 5 whole power 2 by 5. Now in which form it is? A power m whole power n. So a power m whole power n is equal to a power mn. So that is what you will write. So that is why 2 power 5 into 2 by 5. So in place of a, compare the things always. Okay. In place of a 2 is there, in place of m 5 is there, in place of n 2 by 5 is there. Just you cancel this 5 and 5, 2 square, which is nothing but 4 is going to be your answer. So the answer for this one is going to be 4. So now see this one. So the negative exponent is there, interesting one. See here how will you do it. Okay. So now 125 whole power minus 1 by 3. Whether it is negative exponent or positive exponent doesn't matter. Our approach remains same. So take the base 125 already in the first question we have seen it to be 5 cube. So you have seen it to be 5 cube whole power. Otherwise you do 125 in 5 table it will go 25 times, and in 5 table again it will go 5 times. So 5 into 5 into 5, which is our 5 cube whole power minus 1 by 3. Whether it is negative exponent or positive exponent, laws will remain same. So that's why it is of the form a power m whole power n, a power mn. So a power m means 3 into n means minus 1 by 3. So 3 will get cancelled. It will be 5 power minus 1. What is 5 power minus 1? Which is same as 1 by 5. Why? We know that a power minus n is equal to 1 by a power n. So an important result, whenever you have a negative exponent, the rule is very simple. Just you take the reciprocal of the base, that means, and just to keep the whatever the exponent is there as the positive one. So the reciprocal followed by the positive one. So that is why here 1 by 5. What is the positive for minus 1? Just to take plus 1. So that is going to be our answer for the fourth one. So here the approach would remain same, whether it is whether you are working with the negative exponents or positive exponents, doesn't matter. The loss will remain same. Loss means it holds good for everything that you consider. Okay. So let us see the third question now. Just see the solutions for the second question. So these are here. So we have to write the exponential law whatever you're using side by. Just so this is the solution. Okay. So let us move to the third part now. See here also we will be using our exponential laws only, nothing new. So we need to identify the exponential law which can be used here. Okay. Now if you see here the first question, 2 power 2 by 3 into 2 power 1 by 5. So here the base is 2, the exponent is 2 by 3. Here the base is 2 and exponent is 1 by. So we have an important identity, a power m into a power n. And the base is same. What we are doing? A power m plus n. A power m plus n. So that is what we know from the exponential law. So here the base is same, why can't we add the powers also? See here, that is what we will do here. So it is in the form of a power m into a power n, multiplication is here. So in that case what we can do, you can take the common base and we can add the powers. So like that it will be common base is 2 and the addition of 2 by 3 plus, and here there is a 1 by 5. So you take the LCM, so it will be 2 power, you take the LCM of 3 and 5, it will be 15, and this 3 will go 5 times 5 into 2, 10 plus this 5 will go 3 times 3 into 1, 3, it will be 13. So it will be 2 power 13 by 15. So that is going to be your answer. So just we have to see an exponential law which we can use in this particular context. That is what we have to know. So that is the answer for the first one. Here we are using a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. When the bases are same, we can add the exponents. Okay, and whenever exponent is same and bases are different, we can multiply the bases and we can write the common exponent. Suppose if it is like this, a power n into b power n. Okay, that means the base will be different, exponent will be same. This can be written as a b, and so here a into b whole power n, that is what we can write. Okay, so this is the difference here. Okay, here the bases are same, here the exponents are same. So this law is here like this, and in this case we will be using a power m plus n, like we will be adding the powers of it. Okay, so that is the first part of the third question. The second one, 1 by 3 cube whole power 7. So this is same as, so 1 by this 7 will be applicable both for the numerator as well as the denominator. So can I write it as 1 by 7 and 3 power 3 whole power 7, like, okay. So whenever there is an exponent for the entire bracket, it will belong to both the numerator and denominator individually. So 1 power 7 is what? 1 into 1 into 1 into 7 times, it will be 1 only. Now see the denominator part. So 3 cube whole power 7. Okay, so this is nothing but 3 power, this is 3 power. Why? Because just see the denominator alone, in which form it is, a power m whole power n. So that is why a power mn, that means 3 power 3 into 7. Okay, that is why 1 by 3 power 21, 3 power 21. So now already we know that 1 by a power n is same as a power minus n, a power minus n. If you want to leave at this step, there is no issue, just we can leave it. But if you want to further simplify it, how can you simplify it? It is 1 by something, okay, a power n, like, so we can just use a power minus n, can be interchangeably written as a power minus n. So the same can be written as 3 power minus 21. So this is the actual answer, but if it is not convenient for you, just you can leave the answer at this step, no problem. Okay, so that is about the second part. Now the third one, 11 power 1 by 2 by 11 power 1 by 4. So see here the base, that means a power m. Okay, if I assume the base 11 as a, some power is there m, by the same base is there a power n. So what is a power m by a power n? It is same as a power m minus n. So this is one exponential law that we have seen. So that is why you can use the same here. So it is in the form of a power m by a power n. So that is why it will be a power m minus n. So in place of 11 is there, m means what? 1 by 2 minus, it will be 1 by 4. So now just you take the LCM. So it will be 11, LCM is going to be 4, and this will go how many times here? It will go 2 times, 2 into 1, 2, minus it will go 1 time. So 1 into 1 it will be, so it 11 power 1 by 4. So that is going to be your answer. So the same can be written as 4th root of 11. So we have seen this while reading with the, so this is not 4 into root 11, it will be 4th root. When you just keep some number here, this is order or radicand, what we have seen in our further discussions, right? So it will be 11th, 4th root of 11, that is going to be the answer. Otherwise just you simply mention it as 11 power 1 by 4. But remember, we are using this particular exponential law for solving the same. Now see this one, which law we can use? Just think of the numbers. Now see, the bases are different and the exponent is same. Is there any law for this particular context? Yes, it is there. Whenever you have a power n into b power n, it will be ab whole power n. So this is what the exponential law is going to help us here in this situation. Now see here, in place of a 7 is there, in place of b 8 is there. So in place of common power there is n. So that is why here we can multiply the bases. What is 7 into 5? It will be 7 into 8 is going to be 56. 56 whole power 1 by 2. So this is going to be your answer. Suppose if you want to write it in the radicand form, how you will write it as square root of 56. Why? Because 56 power 1 by 2 is same as square root of 56. So that is how actually we can solve these particular simplifications using our exponential laws. So now just let us have a look at the solutions now. So the same has been done here. See here. So the first one is going to be 13 by 15. So we are using this particular exponential law. The second one is going to be like this, and third one we have used this particular exponential law, and for the fourth one just we are using this particular exponential law where the basis will be different but the exponent is going to be same. So in this case just we have to use this particular thing. So that is going to be 56 whole power 1 by 2 or square root of 56. This can be written as 4th root of 11 also. Why? Because any number, let us say a power 1 by n, can be written as nth root of a. So this is what we have seen while dealing with the radicands and all. So hope you have understood this particular exponential laws and the application of same. So we shall meet in the next session. So till then, take care. Thank you all.